Hello horror fans and welcome to Heaven Knows Horror. Now October is over, which means Halloween is over, sadly. But lucky for you, this channel is spooky all year round. So I thought I would do a rundown of all my favourite horror things from the month of October that I've been really loving. Obviously Halloween has to be one of my favourite things. If you didn't watch my last video, I dressed up as Casey Becker from Scream with a ghost face attached to me. I loved my costume, it was so much fun. I'll put pictures in so you can see what the final result looked like. And yeah, I just had a really good night. I went to a house party and it was just really nice and chilled, played some horror board games, my kind of night. My next favourite thing from the month of October was actually on display for the whole month of October because it is this thing behind me, which is a countdown calendar for Halloween. I love getting an advent calendar for Christmas, even though I hate Christmas, and I was very disappointed that no such thing existed for Halloween because it's my favourite day of the year. So I kind of asked my mum very nicely if she would sew me my own spooky advent calendar. This thing is massive, so I will do a wide shot so you can see the whole thing. All of the pockets are all coffin shaped with the little numbers on, and they're pretty big so you can put a good wad of tricks or treats in there. The skeleton in the middle actually glows in the dark, but I don't know if it will show up on camera. And then the text around the outside is actually Edgar Allan Poe, and then we have a beige spiderweb trim all around the edge just to make it a bit more Halloweeny. And then because I'm so extra, we actually picked out a fabric for the back as well, even though you are literally never going to see this. And she actually filled this whole thing with treats for me, just little random stuff like a little walking eyeball, some nail art stickers. We had these balloons with little bloody prints on them, and these little hair ties that have freaking bats on them. I love Halloween. And my next favourite for the month is also a countdown of some sorts, but it's not a countdown to Halloween. Well, I suppose it is actually. It's a countdown to Halloween from the 1st of November, and it is in the form of this calendar that says whatever happened to Halloween, which I suppose is a play on whatever happened to Baby Jane, the movie, because she's from the movie. This is by the artist Andy Davis. It's just the most incredible thing I've ever seen. Each month is a different horror film, and all of the days of the month are all kind of hand-drawn, and there's spooky facts on some of the days. So in 1931, Frankenstein, starring Boris Karloff, was released on the 21st of November. So we have Frankenstein's monster for November, Reagan from The Exorcist, a little bit of Edgar Allan Poe action, Poltergeist, Nosferatu. I haven't actually seen this film, but I believe it's the one that has Tim Curry in it. Dark Ones, I think it's called. And then we have Peter Cushing as Frankenstein, I think that's right. And then we have Christopher Lee as Dracula from one of the Hammer horrors. Now I have to admit that I don't know who this is, so if you have any idea of who that is, please comment down below and let me know, because I would love to know who that is. She's got some fabulous nails. I think this is Bela Lugosi as Dracula. Lovely bit of 80s Hellraiser. Jack Torrance from The Shining. And that's it. And like throughout the months it's constantly counting down how many days are left. So Halloween, and then on The Shining one it says all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy all over this thing. So each month is kind of themed for the movie. I think you have to go on his Facebook page, which I think you can just search for Andy Davis Artworks, spelt with an X on the end. I'll try put all the links in the description because this is so cool, and I think they're all limited edition. Mine is number 14 out of 50, so I don't think a lot of people have these, which just makes it all the more cooler. My next favourite thing is a clothing item, and it is this t-shirt from a company called Vera's Eye Candy. They're based in America, so I did have to pay a little bit extra for postage, but it is my favourite girl of all time, Reagan McNeil, and then she's puking up because she's hungover. It's a baseball tee, and the fabric is so soft, so very soft. The only thing is this is just a smidge too small for me, and the fabric isn't really that stretchy, and I like my t-shirts quite oversized, and so it is a little bit too small. So if any of you guys are interested in buying this before I put it on eBay, I'm probably going to put it up for like £20. Anyone in the UK that would like to own this for £20, it's a size medium. I'd say it's a small size 10. I was so disappointed when my boobs kind of ate up the picture. You couldn't really see what it looked like because my boobs had made like a fold in the print, so that's the only downside to this favourite of the month. And now on to my favourite TV shows of the month. I've been watching American Horror Story, the cult series, but my two favourite TV series of the month, of course, the first one is Stranger Things, the second series. I've literally just finished watching it, and it's just so amazing. Great action, great emotion, made me want to cry on several occasions, and such good music, so many good montage songs in that series, and I really can't wait for series 3. So, and I just kind of want to go out and buy all the Stranger Things merch, all of it. My second favourite series of the month has to be a new series that's on Amazon Prime. It's called Lore. It's basically a documentary series with reenactments to tell the stories, and like old pictures being shown and narration to kind of go into how myths and legends have gone through the ages and where myths have come from. So it's just really interesting for me, someone who's into horror history. There was an episode on werewolves, vampires, mental institutions back in like the 1950s, how they did lobotomies and things. It's just really interesting, and I learned a lot, and I thought that I knew quite a bit about stuff like that, but yeah, it's always good to learn something, so that's why that is on my favourites list. As for favourite movies, I've only really been to the cinema twice this month to see new films. I went to go see The Snowman. It was awful. I quite honestly think that was one of the worst films I have ever watched, so that is definitely not going on my favourites. But I went to go see Happy Death Day, and I thought that was really funny and interesting, and it kept me engaged throughout. However, I did guess the killer from the trailer. How does that even happen? I have watched far too many slashers. Yeah, it's always nice to have a new slasher, and I really liked the baby mask that the killer wore. And those are all my horror favourites for the month of October. I hope you've all had a really good month and an especially good Halloween. Please let me know if you've seen The Snowman and if you thought it was as bad as I did. Let me know your thoughts on Stranger Things. No spoilers though, no spoilers in the comments. And hopefully I will see you next time. Bye!